Hello everyone, videos are free to back with another deck review. I'll try to keep it as quickly as possible as I can do it for this one. There's a lot of decks. 4 different decks. This is the Hart's Linear Eagle Saladee's Patent Restoration Decks by Michael Scott and Home Run Games on Kickstarter. I got 4 different ones here. The Standard, Limited Edition, the Original Release, and a Weathered Edition. There's also a Weathered Edition, which is a display deck, similar to what I guess Jackson Robinson does. The limited edition and the display deck, or was it the what did you say? The original release and the Weather deck, I should say, came in these nice paper wrappers, vintage seals and whatnot. Basically everything is the same as a tuck case, so we'll just look at that. Also, Michael Scott was nice enough to send me 5 coins, really cool. They say they're card counters. Very nice. They're all the same. So I like that. So let's get on to the cards. They all say Hart's Linear Eagle, non-parallel on the front. I did not get to check what that means. Not a big deal. And playing cards on the bottom. You see the American symbolism on there with the eagle and the seal and the arrows and whatnot. They're all the same. This one obviously is a little bit of an off-white color, and that one's obviously dirty, weathered. The side it says Samuel Hart and Company, Philadelphia card manufacturer. The other side, same thing, their address. Top says Saladee's Patent. And the bottom it says Saladee's Patent, playing cards, restoration design, and restoration done by Michael Scott Home Run Games. These are all made in China by Freedom Playing Card Company, which I've never heard of before. The back says Samuel, what's it called? Samuel Hart and Company, manufacturer of playing cards. With their address in Philadelphia, you see the factory there. New York office is on Broadway. Stamp type seal that says Saladee's Patent with all 4 pips. You see a, what is that, Jefferson? It says playing cards, 1864 and 2016. And something in the bottom, very small writing, I can't read what it says. On the flap, they obviously say Saladee's Patent with the 4 pips and playing cards. And here, you get Freedom Playing Card Company logo right there since 2016. So they just basically started, sorry, 2010. Never heard of them before though. And the other side you get the Home Runs Game logo, which just fits so well with the rest of the tuck case, eh? This one tells you on the bottom that it is the limited edition and there's 1864 that were produced because that's the year it represents, 1864. It also has a long flap seal, vintage style. It says S8 on it for Samuel Hart. You get the eagle, it says Linear Eagle. Inside, it says this pack of cards has been inspected by Sorter 78, hand packed with care by Home Run Games, and it's Samuel Hart with his address. Same thing on the flaps. And on the inside of this one, if I recall correctly, yes, you get the, it's hard to see, but you get the Freedom Playing Card Company logo and the Sutter logo from the actual deck of cards. This one, on the bottom it says that it is the original release, and there's 864 that were produced. The flaps, everything is the same, nothing on the inside. This is the original release because it's made to represent or look like the original release. And then you get the Weathered Edition, and this one on the bottom, some dirtiness to it, and it says that it's print run of 64, the Weathered deck. Only 64 produced, so I'm very happy to have one in my collection. Thank you very much to Michael Scott for sending me these to review. I did back for, you know, like the standard and the limited edition or original release or whatever. I think, I don't really remember, but he was nice enough to send me more. They're all basically the same in the cards. They all get this Bazik register game thing. I don't know what it is. It says Saladee's Patent, March 1864 on the bottom. Samuel Hart and Company manufacturers. There's maybe it's like a scoring thing. I really don't know. The back design on this one, standard, is this nice blue color with full elements. Very vintage. Actually, sorry. This is what you see on the back of all of these. But that's not the back design of all the decks. We'll get to that in a bit. You also get this card, which is an ad card. It says that this is a restoration of 1864. Playing cards, first done to pay tribute to its beauty and historical value. Artwork by Michael Scott. Very nice. And it says there February 7, 1864. Here's the back design for this one. It's a brown color with a little bit of blue. You also get a blank card, because I'm sure a lot of 1864 decks have blank cards. And this, which is basically a joke, which says this card takes Ivor Bauer, Samuel Hart and Company, New York and Philadelphia, with a dog in a doghouse. And it says Imperial Bauer, or highest trump card, copyright secured. Whatever that means. The Ace of Spades. It says Saladee's patent, February 7, 1864, with that eagle and stars and lots of patriotic stuff to it. New York, 546 Broadway, Samuel Hart and Company, 416 South 13th Street, Philadelphia. And if you see the tuck case, it actually says formerly 236. So they changed. You get a little straight blip on there. The index is what is the most interesting part about these decks. You can see it's a letter or number with a pip on both sides. Very interesting, very nice, unique. The court cards, you get vintage style court cards. A one-way, full-body court card. You can see the legs. Very nice. They only get one pip. Some are in one corner, some are in the other. Not a big deal. But they're very nice. Vintage style. I like them. I find it a little bit hard to believe that they would be able to produce this, you know, without USPC, because I'm pretty sure USPC would not be happy about them using this, but I'm pretty sure copyright laws don't apply to something from the 1800s. Pips are vintage style, as you can see. That is that. Very nice. This goes really nice because the previous ones they've done, there was like the triplicates and the quadruplicates with different types of indexes, and so that's pretty cool. Now this one is the exact same thing, and this is the limited edition that comes in this special tuck case. It's just a different tuck case. This one is the original release. You'll see it's the same artwork. The main differences are A, it's got the nice blue back, and B, because it's the original release, they gave it squared corners, like vintage decks would have. The downside is, it's a little painful to dribble with sharp corners, but it's not impossible. Anyway, as I was saying, before my camera stopped working, this one, like I said, it's the original release, so to make it seem like the original decks, they gave it square corners. Very nice. And it actually, compared to the other ones, it actually, you know, fans okay. But dribbling, because it's sharp corners, a little more painful. Now this one over here, which is the weathered edition, you get the same blue back and the same square corners. It, of course, is a weathered deck, so it's a little bit aged, dirtied. But everything else is the same. So two have the blue backs, two have the other brown backs. That is that. As I mentioned, these are produced by the Freedom Playing Card Company in China. This is the first time I've ever heard of them. You know, it's a decent stock. It does have a linen finish. But it doesn't fan too well. At least not this one. Let's try this one. No. I know that these ones, for some reason, the ones that have the squared edges actually fan okay. But not the other ones. It's kind of strange. Now apparently, these guys, Home and James, have used Freedom playing cards with the limited, whatever the disindex and whatever disindex they did that were like super limited to previous projects, but I didn't have any of this deck, so I wouldn't know. But I mean, the quality's half decent, so I'm just adjusting my camera there. Quality's half decent. You're not going to be fluoresceing them, there's nothing wrong with it. Overall, really cool decks, I should say, from Home Run Games. Obviously, you're not going to find this one. There's only, whatever it was, made 64. And same with this one. It'd be hard pressed to find that one. But these ones you can find probably at different card shops. Check out collectibleplayingcards.com. Use the code VJose32 to save 10% off your order. Links, discount codes down below. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think. I think it's pretty nice looking decks. That's what I got. I'll see you next time with more. And I said, point out, I do like that vintage style. Simple, nice back design. If I didn't mention that. Anyways, that is that. See you next time with more.